Hey guys, Harry here from the Art Gear Guide. Thanks very much for joining me today. Well, as you already know by now, I put up lists every year. Lists helping you decide what type of present you might want for Christmas. Or maybe there's a loved one in your life that's an artist and you're really struggling to find out what's the best thing to get them. Well, these lists kind of like just help you make that decision, or help you kind of nudge somebody, a loved one, in the right direction to make sure that they get you what you really want. So there's just a list of ideas. Now this one is the luxury list. This one's always the one that a lot of people like looking through, but it's probably the most expensive one in terms of all the different products that are on it. It is a luxury list, so bear that in mind. Sometimes we need to, have a little bit of luxury in our life if we can afford it, and if you can't afford it, then great, go ahead. These items are perfect for that type of gift if you want to give it to somebody, or if somebody is lucky enough to be able to receive these types of gifts, then the gifts in this luxury list are excellent. Now I've made sure that in all of these lists that I've covered all of the mediums that I review, so pastels, watercolors, color pencils, watercolor pencils, pastel pencils, markers, and then other things like sharpeners and erasers and things like that. So most of the products, if not all of the products that I've listed here, I also have done reviews of. So if you need to go across and take a look at those, just to find out what the actual product is like, then I'll have all the links down below. Also, the prices for all of these things will only be on the written review over on the Art Gear Guide. The reason for that is just dead simple. It's easier for me to control those prices. Every week, every Sunday, I go through all the links that I have to Amazon, make sure that those links are pulling up the cheapest prices available on Amazon at that particular time. I can't do that in video. If I start mentioning prices now, next week those prices are going to be different, but I can change it on the written review. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one. I know it's not Christmas, but I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I will of course see you before Christmas. I'll have more videos out before then, but as this is a Christmas list, I just wanted to make sure that I put that in there. Thanks guys, bye. The first one that I want to talk about is the Caran d'Ache Graphite line. Now, they have this beautiful box set, as Caran d'Ache always do with their box sets. All of these, don't forget, this is the luxury list, so the majority of all of these items in this are going to be box sets. But this Caran d'Ache Graphite box set is beautiful. Now, it is a little bit pricey, and you might be able to get all these little bits and bobs that are in here cheaper if you bought them separately, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so I couldn't say one way or the other. But inside this box set, and it is a gorgeous box set, you get 15 graphite pencils. So that is 9B to 4H, or 4H to 9B, whichever way you want to look at it. You also get 3 water-soluble graphite Technolo pencils, which are really nice. I've tested those and reviewed those on the Caran d'Ache Museum Ac Royale set that I have. Then you also get 3 10mm graph cubes, graph cube sticks, and then you get 3 15mm graph cube sticks as well. So different thicknesses there of graph cube, and on top of that as well, you also get a blending stump, an eraser, sharpener, and you get a sharpening block as well, like a sanding block as well. For anybody that's into graphite, I can tell you that the graphite pencils from Caran d'Ache are gorgeous, as are the water-soluble pencils and the water-soluble graph cubes as well, because 3 of those graph cubes are water soluble and the other 3 are not. So if you're a graphite artist, this would be a beautiful set to get for someone to keep. So that's the first thing on the list. The next one is the FaberCastell Pit Artist Pens. Now, I tried these quite a while ago. For me personally, I wasn't a big fan of them. They seemed a little bit gritty, but when I tried these out, I wasn't really using the right paper, so I think a lot of that was down to my own problems. But FaberCastell have got this beautiful box set, and it's got the entire collection of the FaberCastell Pit Artist pens. Now, these pens are Lightfast, so if you are a marker artist, these are going to be fantastic. It's a bit strange actually, because I personally don't call them markers. They're more felt tip pens. They have a beautiful brush tip, and it's I believe I'm right in saying that this is Indian ink inside these. There are 90 pens in total, and the colours, as you can see right throughout this beautiful box set, are just gorgeous. Lots of nice greys in there, some lovely earth tones, really nice, and it's a really beautiful display box as well. FaberCastell do these box sets very, very nice indeed. I think they're gorgeous looking. The next one is the Schmincke watercolor paint pan 48 half pan wooden box set. Now, for any watercolor artists out there, they know that Schmincke are a really, really high-end brand. They are beautiful watercolors, very, very pigmented, and they have a couple of box sets that I've seen, but this 48 half pan set really captured my eye, because obviously with them being half pans, you get a lot more colors in there, 48 colors in total. And with watercolor, you've got, with 48 different colors, the world is your oyster, so to speak. The sky is the limit in terms of creating other colors. But what I really liked about this set is that it comes in this beautiful wooden box, but there's also a porcelain palette mixer. So it looks very old-fashioned. It looks kind of like Victorian. Some of the colours that are in there are mountain blue, burnt umber, ultramarine violet, Naples yellow, reddish, olive green, yellowish, yellow ochre. I've got a list of all the colours that are inside this set over on the written review if you want to go across and see that. But I just thought this looked very, very sophisticated, very, very upmarket for any watercolor artist. Obviously, this wouldn't be the type of thing that you would take out on the road with you or anything like that. This I should imagine this is more a studio-based gift that you would give to somebody. Next up is the FaberCastell Polychromos 120 wooden box set. Now, no colour pencil artist, fine art colour pencil artist would be without the FaberCastell Polychromos 120 set. If we could all get our hands on one of these, I think everybody would have one. The FaberCastell Polychromos pencil is a absolute workhorse for colour pencil artists. They are just an all-round beautiful pencil. The palette in the 120 set as well is just gorgeous. Lots of really nice colours for skin tones, things like that, like the cinnamons that they have in there, the light and dark flesh tones. Beautiful selection of greys, nice warm greys, cool greys as well. And then your magentas, purples, blues, everything. This set and the greens in this set, if you've been following me, you know, guys, that when I'm doing my reviews, I always look for the greens. I love the olive greens, the real natural looking greens in the colour pencil sets. But the FaberCastell Polychromos 120 wooden box set is a beautiful gift to either drop on somebody's lap as an indication, or just dropping a hint as to what you might like for Christmas. Or if you know somebody that loves colour pencils, this would be the gift that would just hold you in their heart for the rest of their lives. Okay, so the next one up is the Caran d'Ache Neo Color Watersoluble Crayons. Again, in the wooden box set here. Caran d'Ache, again, do these beautiful wooden boxes. I have had the real fortune of having the Musée Mac Roel in their wooden box sets, and they are gorgeous box sets. They really are. It is a little bit, this list is extravagant. It is luxurious. even if it's just for you to have a look at, that's fine. But a lot of people will argue whether these, spending the extra £50 maybe on some of these box sets, is it worth it or is it not worth it? I did a video about this not that long back. Actually, it was when I got the Museum Ac Royale box set, and I talked about it at length in there. But for now, this is the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2 Watersoluble Crayons. Now, in this set, the thing about the Neo Color 2 crayons, they look very much like a kid's product, something that you would give your kids to play about with, but they really, really aren't. When you activate these with water, the color, the pigment inside this product is just mind-blowing. And I have a review up of the Neo Color over on the Art Gear Guide as well. But there's one tool as well that kind of like completely transforms these Neo Color pastels or water soluble crayons, but I'll show you that in the gadget review. Like I say, this is the full range of 84 colors. So if you got this box set, this is the full 84 colors that are available in this. Next one up is the Derwent Lightfast Colored Pencils 48 wooden box set. Now, the reason why I've put the 48 and not the 100 is because the 100 set seems to be really difficult to get hold of. But the 48 box set, not so much. It's a much easier product to get hold of. So, if the 100 box set was more widely available, I would have put that in there. But regardless, the Derwent Lightfast Color Pencil is a beautiful pencil, really gorgeous. A lot of artists, color pencil artists, have started using these now because of obviously their Lightfast rating and the beautiful palette that they have right the way through this 100 range. For the Lightfast pencils, the Derwent, I would say out of all of these sets, perhaps the Derwent wooden box set is perhaps the least favourable of all of them. And I know because I've heard a lot of people saying that they don't like the little bars that come across. But nevertheless, it is a nice way to display these pencils and to even store them for long-term use whenever you are using them after that. Okay, so the next one here is for the pastel artists amongst you, and this really is a luxury item. This is the Sennelier 175 Soft Pastels wooden box set. Now, Sennelier are really top of the range whenever it comes to their pastels. They very, very pigmented. They do a much bigger set than the 175 as well. I think they might even go up to a 500 set. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think this 175 set is, regardless of how much they have in their arsenal, I think this 175 set would just be a delight for any pastel artist. As you can see from the images there that are on the screen, the color selection that is available within this 175 set is just phenomenal. There's probably colours in there you probably never even thought of or you'd never even heard of. And you can see here as well that the wooden box that they come in, these are little trays that lift out individually, so you can place them on the side of your table as you're working. So it's very handy in that respect. And there's a carry handle on this as well, so for moving about it's also really convenient. Next up is the Holbein coloured pencils. Now, the Holbein coloured pencils are just gorgeous, really are. They're much easier to get hold of, especially here now in the UK. You can buy them open stock, which always was the big sticking point for the Holbein, for artists that love the Holbein colour pencils. But Jackson's here in the UK now finally have done some sort of deal with Holbein, and now they have open stock pencils available, which is great. But this wooden box set that Holbein do has the full range in here. So that's 150 colours. Now, in this Holbein 150 range, I have not, of all the colour pencil sets that I have reviewed over the years, I have not come across a single set that has come close to the Holbein 150 range with regards to the pastel shades that they have in this set. They really are something special, and especially, you know, if you're a portrait artist or something like that, where you're needing these really beautiful muted tones, this Holbein 150 set is just perfect. Next up is the FaberCastell Pit Monochrome wooden box set. Now, basically, a lot of art companies do these sketch sets, and they have a combination of a few pastel pencils in there. They'll normally be sanguine, light umber, white, black, maybe another brown color in there, but they normally have that, a few graphite pencils in there, maybe a couple of charcoal pencils as well. What this FaberCastell set is basically a much bigger, much grander set of that type of thing. All together inside the set, it's an 85-piece set. You get the full graphite range of the 9000 FaberCastell graphite pencils, which is a fantastic graphite pencil, really good. I haven't had any problems with my FaberCastell graphite pencils. They've got some pastel blocks and pastel pencils with white, sanguine, sepia, just to allow for loose sketching, that type of thing. You can also get in there, there's some woodless graphite pencils, some water-soluble graphite. You also get a sharpener, an eraser, sanding block, and I think you also get a blending stump in that set also. So really nice all-round set, and as always with the FaberCastell products, the wooden box set that it comes in is gorgeous. Next up is the Caran d'Ache Luminance box set. Now this is the full range, so I know ordinarily if you go to buy the cardboard box set, it comes up in a 76 set, I believe it is. But this set in total is 84, and there's a few colours that are in here that are duplicated. Next up is the Caran d'Ache Luminance wooden box set. Now, there's always a debate on as to whether the Luminance is the top of the line pencil. I've spoke about this many times before. I think it's really difficult to pinpoint what the best pencil is. Each artist has their own thing, but there's no two ways about it. If there was a list, the Luminance would definitely be a contender for that top spot. The Luminance pencil is gorgeous. Now that they've come out with the extra 24 pencils as well, so they've added a few more tones to their range. It's a really gorgeous set. Now this isn't like a new 100 set. There's no word of that coming out, so this isn't like the full range. This is the 76 range that you can get in the box. I think there's a few duplicates in there as well that just take it above the 76, but all in all, it's a beautiful wooden box set, and it's filled with these beautiful Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. Any colour pencil artist would just love you forever to get this set. And that's it, guys, for my luxury items Christmas list. This list is just in case there's anybody out there that is able to afford any of these sets for either themselves, if you want to treat yourself this Christmas, or if there's somebody else out there that you would like to treat, a loved one, maybe your son or your daughter, granddaughter, grandson, anybody at all that you know that you would like to get them something really special. These luxury items, and they are luxury items, they're not a necessity. You can still find these the contents of these sets slightly cheaper in their tin form or box form, but they are what I've said in the title. They are a luxury item, and sometimes we all need a little bit of luxury in our life. and if you can afford it and it's not going to cause you any financial problems, well, it's entirely up to you whether you go and get it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas this year. 2020 has been an interesting year, but nevertheless, I will of course speak to you well before Christmas, but this is my Christmas luxury list for 2020. Thanks. Bye.